Hello and welcome to Meerkat Cloud 360. Permissions for the use of the information contained in this video was given by the Government of Alberta. In this video, we will be going over the View tab in the admin page and how to create custom views in your sites. It's important to note that you can only access the admin page if you have permissions to do so. We will click on the admin button to open up the admin page. From here, we will navigate to the View tab here. On this page here, we can see this button, Create View. Clicking on this button will give you this menu for naming your view. The last option here is the project we want this view associated with. After you're done with these, you can create the view. If at any time you are finished with the view and it is no longer valid, you can use the delete button here to remove it from the list. You can edit the name of the group after we have created it. After we have created our view, we can click on the view to edit the contents of our view. Here we can add segment groups, individual segments, 3D model groups, individual 3D models, tag groups, or individual tags. All of these will be added into the single view we have selected. Now that we know how to create and edit our view, we can look at where to find these assets and how to create these groups. To do this, we will need to navigate to the Scan Areas tab and select the scan area we want the data from. Once here, we can select the type of group that we want to create. Let's start with segment groups. Here we can click on this button to create our segment group. In here we can name the group and add group properties. Please note that you need to assign the group a property and a value in order to create the group. This can be a color, size, or any identifying property desired. You can now click Create. Once done, your segment group will populate in this list here for you to see and edit. Click on this group to edit and add segments. We will click on the Edit Group button to add the existing segments we want into our group. Once here, you can click the segments individually, or you can click here to filter the segments and check this box to select all from this list that you have filtered. This button also works for selecting all your segments. Once you have your selection, you can click on the arrow here to add them to your group. The second arrow we have here will remove the selected segment you don't want in your list. The model group menu will be used in the same way. We will name the group, add the property and value, then click Create. Then add the desired models for that group. Next is the tag groups. Here we will name the tag group and assign a color to the tag groups. Then we can label the tag group type. This will be dictated by your organizational needs. From here, we will add the type and then add the properties and the values to this group. Once done, you can hit Create. We can once again use the same menu to add or remove tags from our group. Clicking on the filters at the top here will also give you the option to type in desired filters for the tags that you want to add. The last group we have is the scan location groups. When we click the Create Group button, we can name the group and select our color for that group. Under these two options, we have a box for choosing if we want to hide our groups from the scan location folder or have it appear in both. Once those are created, we can add them to our view that we created earlier. Let's select our view and add some of our groups. Once you have selected them, they will be added to your view. After adding groups, you can look at the top to see the number of selections that are in that specific view. Another feature we have is the Download CSV button at the bottom of each of the menus of individual items. This gives you the items that are populated in that tab in an Excel sheet. In this sheet, we will have this column named 3D model groups, or segment groups, or tag groups. We can use this sheet to go through our list and bulk add specific items by putting in the name of our group. Once you are done, hit Save. We will then go to the group sections and use a button that says Upload Segment, 3D Model, or Tag CSV Group. You will then select your CSV that you have generated. This will upload your items that you have dictated for that group. You will see a message banner at the bottom that will tell you whether or not your upload was successful. Once you have uploaded the desired assets, you can go into the group and add dynamic data to those items. This can only be done when they are in the groups. You cannot make changes to the original assets. You are essentially changing a copy of that asset. We can now go to the Tree tab here where we will add our view into the site. We have the option for creating a node. Here we can name the node and select our node parent where our node will be populated. Once done, click Create. Now that we have our node, let's click Add View. This is where we will select our created node or an already existing node to add our view to. Then you can go through your list to choose the views that you want added to that site. You can use the filters at the top to find your view. Once you have added them, you can drag the items around and organize them how you want them to be displayed in the tree. This has been a demonstration on how to build views and add them to our site. For other questions or concerns, please contact Meerkat support or your Meerkat admin. Thank you for your time.